Hi, Dr. Yi. It's Mark Mullins from Sociology 241. This is my video reflection for Module 10. The health inequality section, I don't want to say surprising, but surprising to me, reflecting back on, when I was younger, just healthcare was never in my mind, not even the slightest. And now that I'm getting older, it's a main concern for me. When I look into it and I see who's covered and who's not covered and why or why not and things like that, and I do research like that, being curious and, of course, being concerned most of all, the way it seems that our country is headed in terms of legislation regarding healthcare and all that. It's really kind of on the fence, and it's worrisome, of course. It's just like I said, I don't want to say surprising, but it's just thinking back. Now that when I find myself, I stop and think, man, this is really intense. My mom needs certain medical plans that will be affected or have been affected in some way, and most likely will further be affected. And that's a big concern for me, and of course my family and my mom most of all. And it's just something that's always in the back, in the back of my mind, or I'm just always trying to find a way to fix that, or help out in some way. And when I looked into it, additional healthcare, and I know in class the activity didn't work out as well as you had hoped when getting a quote for the healthcare and the Affordable Care Act plan, and we're looking into it, when I did it, it said $600-$700, and I just couldn't believe it. And it's man, there's just no way I'll be able to afford that. Holy shit, I was really stressed out, of course. And I started looking into it and reading the book as well, and looking at that timeline, the way it sets out in the beginning, where it's just saying what did it read? It read that President Roosevelt in his in his campaign, it was a different kind of campaign, I guess, his presidency or his, and he was one that initiated a healthcare idea in there, or not idea, I don't want to say idea, legislation. And then when I go further in the timeline also, and in 1944, the president signed Medicaid, and to supplement, or to for young children. And that gap, holy shit, that gap right there, you got to go from just putting it in and then go that much longer to actually say, okay, well, we need to, of course, cover children, or we need something for children. Okay, now children first, and now, when I look into being covered, or for my parents or whatever, and right now my dad is trying to get on disability, and he keeps getting denied. But they just said, well, just keep reapplying, because something might change, and when they look up his name, or something might change. They want to see if they just said, well, just keep applying. That's just part of this, what happens. They review you or whatever, and then they'll go through and they'll say, well, he hasn't worked this long or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works. Okay, this is just what I was told. And it's just part of it, getting denied, holy shit, it's just part of it. They just said, well, that's just what happens. I think that's just how they do things, and they just want to keep checking on him or whatever. So we got to reply again, and I was asking my dad. I was like, well, what would happen if all that stuff happens? You know, when they sign in with Trump and everything. He's like, that's the scary thing. It's it's really uncertain, unless it's more for the people, or like. And then we started getting a discussion about universal health care, and that's something that like I always looked into, and everybody, I hear people say, at the campus, well, it looks good on paper. Like everybody says that, like it looks good on paper, but that's it, and they don't really embellish on that much. So I'll already go from there. But I just thought this was a really cool module. It's just something that I just recently started getting really, really seriously interested in and concerned about. And like I don't know how to step in or anywhere and to try and help that anyway, because it just seems like the president just does whatever the hell he wants, and we gotta live with it. But when it comes to that's what I feel the case is. I mean, I know they have to get voted and everything, but he got denied. And they just probably just gonna keep trying till he gets it. It's just part of it. Thank you.